You are listening to SDO Isabela Radio-Based Instruction.
Learning never stops in Math Eskwela, your school on air.
Your partner in achieving fun learning experiences. Let's listen, enjoy, and have fun in learning mathematics. Stay tuned.
Learning is in the air since mathematics is now on air. A great morning to you, my dear grade 7 learners. I am glad you are here with me again, listening on this episode to be equipped with necessary knowledge and skills to understand your lesson. I hope you will stay with me until the end of the lesson. This is Radyo Eskwela sa Isabela, your partner in attaining quality education amidst the pandemic. I am your radio teacher, Jenna Rochelle M. Abordo. Another day to be with you, dear learners, as we learn a new concept for this week. Make sure that you are comfortable and feeling good wherever you are while listening over the radio. Are you excited to learn new math concept today? I am sure you are. I hope that today, learning for you will be easy and cool as I guide you throughout the lesson. May I request to please get your learning activity sheets, a piece of paper and pen, as you will be needing them in this episode. May I repeat, please get your learning activity sheets, pen, and paper as we walk through another journey. Okay, I guess everything is ready. In your previous lessons, you learned and applied rules and procedure in finding the products of algebraic expressions, right? Again, how do we multiply monomial by a polynomial? Yes, you are right. In multiplying a monomial by a polynomial, you need to distribute the monomial to each term of the polynomial. Be careful on the signs. Remember that in multiplication, the product is positive if we multiply with the same signs and negative if they are not. Example, if we multiply x to the binomial x plus 7, the product is x squared plus 7x. The monomial x needs to be multiplied in each term of the binomial x plus 7. Therefore, the process becomes x times x plus x times 7. We follow the sign positive since the monomial and the binomial has the same sign, which is positive. Did you get it? How about multiplying two binomials? Correct. We use the FOIL method to get their products. Do not forget to combine the terms that has the same variables, which is the last step in multiplying a polynomial. Remember, class, that polynomials are only in simplified form when there are no similar terms in the product. Example, if we multiply the binomial x plus 3 to the binomial x plus 7, we're going to use the FOIL method. The first terms of the binomials, which is x times x, that will give you x squared. The outer terms of the binomials, which is x times 7, and it will give you 7x. The inner terms of the binomials, which is 3 times x, and it will produce 3x. And the last terms, which is 3 times 7, and it will give you 21. If we were to combine all the terms produced in multiplying these binomials using the FOIL method, it becomes x squared plus 7x plus 3x plus 21. But look, there are still terms containing the same variable, and we need to combine them. Since 7x plus 3x will give you a sum of 10x, therefore, The product of the binomial x plus 3 and x plus 7 is x squared plus 10x plus 21. Did you get it? Great! I guess you are now ready for today's lesson, which is special products. As you listen in this episode, you are expected to use models and algebraic methods to find the following. A. Product of two binomials. B. Product of the sum and difference of two terms. C. Square a binomial. D. Cube of a binomial. And E. Product of binomial and trinomial. Are you ready? My grade 7 learners, I will discuss first the product of two binomials. In our previous lesson, which is the multiplication of polynomials, you have learned already the FOIL method was used in multiplying two binomials, which similarly to the product of binomial. Let's try to look for this example. Get the product of the binomial 2x plus 5 and the binomial x minus 3. For you to get the product of these two binomials, you need to multiply the first terms of the two binomials, the outer and inner terms, and the last terms of the binomials. Thus, it becomes 2x times x plus 2x times negative 3 plus 5 times x plus 5 times negative 3. And it becomes 2x squared minus 6x plus 5x minus 15. And if we simplify, it becomes 2x squared minus x minus 15. Did you understand? Your silence speaks that you still need another example. Am I right? Alright. Here is another example. Multiply the binomial x minus 4 to the binomial negative 2x plus 3. The same process. We need to multiply the first terms of the two binomials, the outer and inner terms, and the last terms of the binomials. Therefore, it becomes x times negative 2x plus x times 3, negative 4 times 2x, negative 4 times 3. And it becomes negative 2x squared plus 3x plus 8x minus 12. If you notice, 3x and 8x has the same variable. Thus, we need to combine them. Therefore, the product of the binomial x minus 4 and the binomial negative 2x plus 3 is negative 2x squared plus 11x minus 12. Did you understand? Wow! Seems you already understood on how to get the product of a binomial. And I am happy to know that. Before we continue in getting the product of the sum and difference of two terms, let us check first if you understand the multiplication of two binomials. Ready? What is the product of the binomial x plus 3 and binomial x plus 9? Wow! Very good! The product of binomial x plus 3 and binomial x plus 9 is x squared plus 11x plus 27. How about the binomial 3x minus 2 and binomial 2x minus 8? Yes, you are correct. The product of binomial 3x minus 2 and binomial 2x minus 8 is 6x squared minus 28x plus 16. You are truly amazing. You can follow the lesson easily, and that indicates that you are now ready to the other types of special product, which is product of the sum and difference of two terms. The product of the sum and difference of two binomials can be obtained by simply multiplying the first terms of the two binomials and the last terms of the two binomials and just put a minus between the terms, or in symbols we have binomial a plus b times binomial a minus b equals a squared minus b squared. Look for this example. binomial 2x plus 5 times binomial 2x minus 5. To get the product, just multiply the first terms 2x times 2x and the last terms 5 times 5, then put a minus sign between the terms. Therefore, the product of 2x plus 5 times 2x minus 5 is 4x squared minus 25. Easy, right? Alright, let's try to check your understanding in getting the product of the sum and difference of terms. Ready? Okay, give the product of binomial x plus 3 and binomial x minus 3. Wow, correct! It's x squared minus 9. Would you like to try another? Give the product of binomial 4x plus y and binomial 4x minus y. Very good! It's 16x squared minus y squared. I guess you are now ready for the next types of special products, which is squaring a binomial. Remember the 3 steps that will help you in squaring a binomial. Step 1. Square the first term of the binomial. Step 2. Multiply the product of the two terms by 2. Lastly, for step 3, square the second term of the binomial. In symbols, we have square of a plus b is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared, or the square of a minus b is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Let's try to look for this example. X plus 3 squared. Using step 1, we have x times x equals x squared. For the step 2, we have x times 3, which is 3x. Then multiply by constant 2 and it will give you 6x. Using the step 3, we have 3 times 3 equals 9. Therefore, binomial x plus 3 times binomial x plus 3 equals x squared plus 6x plus 9. Did you get it? Or you like one more example? Alright, I will give you one more example. 2x minus 6 squared. Using the steps, we have 2x times 2x equals 4x squared. After which, we have 2x times 6 equals 12x. Then multiply by constant 2 that yields to 24x. Note that the sign of the binomial is negative, therefore, use also negative sign in the middle term. Lastly, we have negative 6 times negative 6, which is 36. Hence, if we square the binomial 2x minus 6, it will produce 4x squared minus 24x plus 36. Did you get it? I sense a little bit confusion in your part. I hope one more example will clarify the clouds in your mind. Now let's try this example. Square the binomial x plus 7. Again, for the first step, we have x times x equals x squared. For the middle term, we have x times 7, then times 2, and it will give you 14x. And for the last term, we have 7 times 7 equals 49. Therefore, the square of x plus 7 will give you x squared plus 14x plus 49. Did you get it? Wow! You're truly smart, my dear grade 7 learners. Before we proceed to other special products, let's try to check your understanding in squaring this binomial. Get the product of the square of x minus 2y. Great! You answered it correctly. It's x squared minus 4xy plus 4y squared. How about the square of the binomial 3x plus 2? Wow, you got it again! The square of the binomial 3x plus 2 will produce 9x squared plus 12x plus 4. Please give yourself a clap Another special product is a cube of binomial. We say that it is a cube of a binomial since the binomials are raised to the third power. Don't forget that the cube of binomials always produces a polynomial with 4 terms. For you to easily understand, let's try to look for this example. Get the product of the cube of the binomial x minus 2. For the first term of the polynomial, you need to get the cube of the first term of the binomial, which is x. Hence, it becomes x cubed. For the second term of the polynomial, it is thrice the product of the square of the first term of the binomial and the second term. Thus, we have negative 6x squared. For the third term, it is thrice the product of the first term and the square of the second term of the binomial. Thus, we have 12x. And for the fourth term, it is the cube of the second term of the binomial. Thus, we have negative 8. So, the cube of the binomial x minus 2 equals x cubed minus 6x squared plus 12x minus 8. Did you get the process in getting the cube of a binomial? For those who don't get it, in getting the cube of a binomial, first is to get the cube of the first term. Second, you will get the thrice of the product of the square of the first term and the second term. Third, you will get the thrice of the product of the first term and the square of the second term. And lastly, you need to get the cube of the second term of the binomial. Or in symbols, we have the cube of a plus b is equal to a cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed. And if the sign of the binomial is negative, we have the cube of a minus b is equal to a cubed minus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared minus b cubed. Look for the patterns since this will help you to answer questions in getting the cube of a binomial. Let's try to check if you really understood the process. Get the product of the binomial 3a minus 4c cubed.
Mare, narinig mo na ba ang tungkol sa online distance learning ng DepEd? Ano ba ito? Ay oo, Mare! Ang online distance learning ay isang pamamaraan kung saan maihahatid ng mga guro ang kaalaman para sa mga anak natin sa tulong ng teknolohiya gaya ng internet, laptop, computer, at cellphone. Ganun ba, Mare? Oo, Mare! Hindi magkakasama at magkakaharap ang mga estudyante at mga guro. Maaaring matuto ang mga bata sa pamamagitan ng online na pagkatuto. Isang mensahe mula sa kagawaran ng edukasyon at ng himpilang ito.
You got it correctly. The cube of the binomial 3a minus 4c is equal to 27a cubed minus 108a squared c plus 144ac squared minus 64c cubed. You are truly amazing. You deserve another clap for a job well done. I guess you are now ready for another special product, which is the product of a binomial and a trinomial. This time, a polynomial with 2 terms will be multiplied to a polynomial with 3 terms. Remember that in getting the product of a binomial and a trinomial, there are relations to consider. Example, in the case of a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared, the product is a cubed plus b cubed without doing the long method of multiplication. The same is true in the case of the binomial a minus b multiplied by the trinomial a squared plus ab minus b squared. it will give you a cubed minus b cubed. Maybe you are wondering how. It's simply because when the first term of the first factor is squared, the product is the first term of the second factor. The middle term of the second factor is positive product of the first and second term of the first factor. The last term of the second factor, the square of the last term of the first factor. Did you get it? Let us try to look for this example. The binomial x minus 2 is multiplied to the trinomial x squared plus 2x plus 4. Remember that all terms of the binomials must be multiplied in the terms of the trinomial. Thus, we have x times x squared plus 2x plus 4 minus 2 multiplied by the trinomial x squared plus 2x plus 4. Using the distributive property, we have x cubed plus 2x squared plus 4x minus 2x squared minus 4x minus 8. Notice that there are terms having the same variable and we need to combine them. Since if we combine 2x squared minus 2x squared will give you 0 and 4x minus 4x also give you 0. Therefore, the answer is x cubed minus 8. Did you get it? Or you want another example? I will give you one more example. Multiply the binomial x minus 7 to the trinomial x squared plus 2x plus 3. All terms of the binomial must be multiplied to all the terms of the trinomial. We have x times the trinomial x squared plus 2x plus 3 minus 7 times the trinomial x squared plus 2x plus 3. Using the distributive property, we have x cubed plus 2x squared plus 3x minus 7x squared minus 14x minus 21. Notice that there are terms containing the same variable and we need to combine them. Thus, it will give you x cubed minus 5x squared minus 11x minus 21. Did you get it now? Great! Now let us try to check your understanding by answering the exercises on your learning activity sheets. In getting the product of two binomials, just answer number 1 to 3 of exercise 1 on your last page 77. Write your answers on your answer sheet. I will give you enough time to answer these questions. Alright learners, let's check your answers. In number 1, if your answer is 3x squared minus 3x minus 6, then you are correct. For number 2, if your answer is 12x squared minus 5x minus 2, then you got it. And for number 3, if you say 4x squared minus 9x plus 2, then you are correct. How many of you got a score of 3? Very good! That is a proof that you already understood our lesson on how to get the product of two binomials. For the product of the sum and difference of two squares, squaring a binomials and cube of a binomial, please answer exercises number 2, 3, and 4. Items 1 to 3 only on your learning activity sheets on page 78. I will give you enough time to answer these questions.
Mare, narinig mo na ba ang tungkol sa online distance learning ng DepEd? Ano ba ito? Ay oo, Mare! Ang online distance learning ay isang pamamaraan kung saan maihahatid ng mga guro ang kaalaman para sa mga anak natin sa tulong ng teknolohiya gaya ng internet, laptop, computer, at cellphone. Ganun ba, Mare? Oo, Mare. Hindi magkakasama at magkakaharap ang mga estudyante at mga guro. Maaaring matuto ang mga bata sa pamamagitan ng online na pagkatuto. mensahe mula sa kagawaran ng edukasyon at ng himpilang ito.
Time's up, learners! Let us check your answer. For exercise number 2, product of the sum and difference of two terms, for number 1, the correct answer is x squared minus 25. In number 2, if your answer is 9x squared minus 49, then you are right. In number 3, if your answer is 16x squared minus 49, then you are correct. Before we reveal the answer in exercise number 3 and 4, how many of you got the perfect score in exercise number 2? Wow! It seems most of you got the perfect score. Very good, learners! Now, let's reveal the answer in exercise number 3. In number 1, the correct answer is a squared minus 2ax plus x squared. In number 2, it's 9a squared plus 12ab plus 4b squared. And for number 3, the correct answer is a raised to 4 plus 2a squared b squared plus b raised to 4. Before we reveal the answer in exercise number 4, how many of you got the perfect score? Wow! Good job, learners! Let us proceed in exercise number 4. In number 1, if your answer is x cubed plus 15x squared plus 75x plus 125, then you are right. In number 2, if your answer is 8b cubed minus 84b squared d plus 294bd squared minus 343d cubed, then you are correct. And for number 3, the correct answer is m raised to 6 minus 6m raised to 4 plus 12m squared n squared minus 8n cubed. How many of you got a perfect score? Great! My salute to all of you learners in patiently answering our activities. Remember that in special products, all you need to do is to look for the patterns involved so that you can easily solve the problems. Friendly reminder, our grade 7 learners, never forget to answer the different activities given by your teacher. You may also contact them for further announcement about the submission of our outputs. We would like to thank our scriptwriter for this episode, Sir Johnson Iga P. of Andabuen National High School, Benito Sullivan South District, and the whole RBI production team of SDO Isabela for their dedication and commitment in making learning possible amidst pandemic. Again, this is your radio teacher, Ma'am Jenna Rochelle M. Abordo, signing off and saying, do not wait for tomorrow to do the things that you can do today. Until next time.
Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon.
Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang may iwan.
Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.